Hey everybody, it's Steven Schneider from TechTimes.com, and today we're going to be taking down the second boss of Dark Souls 3, Vordt of the Boreal Valley. In a lot of ways, the fight against Vordt is more straightforward than that of the first boss, Gundyr. There's no major transformation, no parrying, no easily exploitable weakness, just a one-on-one fight with a giant feral knight wielding a mace. If you've played Bloodborne, you may feel a bit of deja vu. Vordt plays very similarly to the blood-starved beast. It's not quite as crazy a fight, it's not quite as fast, but it's still very similar in its pacing. At the end of the day, beating Vordt comes down to staying close and dodging constantly, just like the blood-starved beast. The vast majority of Vordt's attacks are basic swipes and slashes. They're easy enough to dodge, and most of them have a pretty long windup, so it shouldn't be much trouble avoiding them at this point. He does have an icy breath attack, a slow arc that travels across the battlefield, but it's easy to dodge, run in, and score some free hits whenever he uses it. The same thing goes for his charging attack. Your best bet for attacking Vordt will be to stay underneath him as often as possible. Most of his attacks will outright miss you, and you can simply wail away on his stomach. If you have a fire weapon or pyromancy, now's a good time to use them. Vordt's weakness to fire isn't nearly as exploitable as his predecessors, but it still helps. All in all, the first half of the fight shouldn't be too hard. Just dodge his attacks, keep slashing away, and Vordt will switch over to his second phase in no time. The second half of Vordt's fight is all about balance. An aura of ice will surround his body, and your Frostbite gauge will build if it's too close. Most players will want to switch between pushing the attack and falling back to hold off the effects of his aura. It is possible to simply tank your way through the status effect, but that approach is a bit riskier. Other than the Frostbite, the second half of the fight plays out largely the same as the first. If you keep dodging his blows and cutting away at his health, Vordt won't be much trouble at all. Nice work! Second boss of Dark Souls 3 is down for the count. If you haven't quite made it to Vordt, you can check out our guide on the game's first boss, Gundyr, by clicking the annotation below. For more on Dark Souls 3, make sure to check out TechTimes.com.